Hey guys, how's it going? Zeke here, and in today's video we're going to talk about the SLR Magic Anamorphot 1.33x compact 40 adapter. This thing is amazing. Now I got it in the mail about 4 days ago and I've tested it on pretty much all my cameras. I've tested on Micro Four Thirds from the G7, Aps-c from the Canon EOS M, and the 5D Mark II full frame. So I've pretty much tested this adapter with all those formats, and I've got to say it works extremely well on all of those cameras. Now the first thing I noticed when I took it out of the box was the size. The size of this thing is really small, it's really compact as the name suggests, and it's just really light. It weighs around 250 grams, and it's just a joy to carry it around really with, you know, adapted lenses. And when you're attaching it to your taking lenses, it's not front heavy, so it's not going to tilt off the tripods, and it just creates a nice balance when you attach it to your camera. Now the thing about this adapter is that it's made for 16:9 sensors, so pretty much majority of the cameras out there this thing will work on, and it will convert your footage into 2.35:1 aspect ratio, creating that really Hollywood-like cinematic compression. And it just looks really nice in general, very flattering. Now the front filter thread of this adapter is 62mm, so I've attached a 62mm to 77mm step-up ring, and this helps me to adapt majority of my filters, which are 77mm. So I've got the variable ND, I've got the Pro Mist, and so they all work on this adapter really nicely. Now the back thread is 52mm, so you're a bit limited on the choice of lenses that you use. Some of my vintage lenses are 49mm filter threads, so I've attached a step-up ring from 49 to 52, and then they all fit nicely with this adapter. Now the lenses that you choose with this adapter, you need a front element of no more than 40mm diameter. So if your front element is greater than 40mm, you're going to get lots of distortion, you're going to get vignetting with this adapter. So just make sure the front element is 40mm or less. Now the one thing I really love about this adapter is the flaring that you get, and that's pretty much based on the lens that you use. So I either use vintage glass, some of them are single coated or no coating at all, and they create the best flares that I've seen with this adapter. But the special thing about this adapter is that, you know, the characters are driven from the taking lens that you use. So if you're using a Zeiss, a Tachyma, you're going to get different bokeh, different color rendition. I went out to the park the other day with my Canon EOS M, and I used the speed booster with the Canon FD 51.8, which is single coated, and I adapted it to this SLR Magic Anamorphot, and I've got to say I'm really impressed with the footage. Take a look. So as you can see, the footage looks really great with this adapter, and with the monitors that we use or in camera, you can desqueeze the footage. So if you're shooting 16:9, you can enable the desqueeze function on your monitors, and then you can see in real time what you're actually getting and how the footage looks desqueezed, which is really fantastic. So all in all, do I recommend this SLR Magic Anamorphot? Well, I've got to weigh in the pros and the cons. The pros is the weight of this adapter. It's really light, it's very easy to adapt with the locking mechanism. I also like that it's for 16:9 sensors in comparison to my 2x stretch anamorphic adapter, which is made for 4x3 sensors, which is pretty hard to find on most consumer cameras, except, you know, the Blackmagic Pocket 4K or the Panasonic GH5. Also love the flares coming out of this adapter. The flares look really gorgeous. It's got that pink and blue tone, which I really love. And it's also got that anamorphic compression. It's got that Hollywood film-like look that we all love, and it just creates a really flattering image overall. Now the negatives I could say about this adapter is probably the limited 40mm diameter, so you're going to have to use lenses with a small front element, so you can't use, you know, Samyangs or anything above a 40mm diameter. Another limitation is the double focusing, so you've got to set near or normal, depending on your subject and where they are. And once you've set the near and far, then you've got to, adjust the taking lens as well. Once you get used to it, it's pretty easy. I'm used to it because I've had practice with my other adapters. For people who are new to this sort of stuff, it can be a hassle or pretty challenging. And the last thing is probably the price. It comes at around, I think, $600 to $800. So it's not cheap, but it's completely up to you. Are you willing to spend that price? For me, I spent the price and I do think that it's absolutely worth it. But I do think it's a speciality sort of adapter that you would use for narratives and shorts. It's not something that you would use often. So it's completely up to you if you want to spend the price, but just letting you know that it's not a cheap adapter. So all in all, what do you guys think? Are you happy with this adapter? Do you think that the images that come out of this adapter look really good and cinematic? If you had experience with this adapter, let me know in the comments below. But as always guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you got something out of this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.